Good evening, everybody. Beautiful sunset in Roberts Creek on the Sunshine Coast. So another thing that came up, my good friend Diane Tournay from high school sent me a video from the Czech Republic about wearing homemade masks, which I've referenced below. It certainly got me thinking, along with some of the shifting messaging from public health authorities. So the question is, should you wear a homemade mask? My answer now is yes, which is a change from previously. So is there solid evidence that this works? No, I wouldn't say there's solid evidence, but we certainly have some early studies mostly supporting it. And it makes sense given how the virus is spread by droplets. The point is very simple: to create a physical barrier to minimize the spread of droplets from you to other people through coughing or sneezing or spitting unintentionally when you're speaking. We've all had that happen to us. Breathing, etc. Does it work as well as a medical grade surgical mask? No, the studies that are out there show that it's inferior to a properly fitted surgical mask. Is it better than nothing to minimize virus droplets that could be flying around from the person who's wearing the mask to other people? Yes, it looks like that's the case. Will the mask protect you from other people's droplets? Probably not reliably, but as the hashtag Masks for All slogan says, my mask protects you, your mask protects me. There are a lot of reasons I can go into that most of you probably don't want to hear about why that message has changed recently. Why CDC and Health Canada and some others have at least softened their message on that, some more actively encouraging people to wear masks. We've learned more about how this virus spreads, and particularly how people can be spreading it for days, having no idea that they have the virus because they have no symptoms. This is one of the most dangerous aspects of this virus. We also know something about other countries who have and have not encouraged people to wear masks. And those who have encouraged people to wear masks or enforced people wearing masks typically have had better outcomes. Does it mean that it was entirely because they were wearing masks and others weren't? Well, we don't know. There could be any number of other variables, but certainly it's an intriguing observation. So I would say to you, besides the usual measures of physical distancing and hand washing, avoiding face touching, to be a good member of your community, a good neighbor, a good friend, I think it's worth wearing a mask when you're out and about. Because what goes around comes around. If you unintentionally infect others, it also increases the chances it could come back on you or someone you love, either by directly infecting you or generally infecting more people who then take up hospital beds, so that if you or someone you love with another medical problem needs help, they may not be able to get medical care when they have a heart attack or an injury or an asthma attack, because all the beds are taken up with COVID-19 patients. A big caveat: this is not a reason, wearing a mask is not a reason to slack off on everything else, the physical distancing, hand washing, and so on. The mask is almost certainly nowhere near as effective as any one of these other measures. It's something else in addition to those measures. I'm also going to mention some other cautions and caveats around masks, because if you're using it improperly, it could actually make things worse. Number one, make sure you have a tight fit around your mouth and nose with whatever mask you use. You don't want it loose and flopping. That will just allow more droplets to spray around the mask. Number two, be sure you wash the mask in soap and water daily and change it when it gets too moist, which means it's going to harbor more germs. Avoid touching and adjusting the mask, especially the front part of the mask, which will be soiled with germs. You want to put on a clean mask before you go out, and when you remove it from ties or bands around your ears, or at the back of your head, and immediately put the dirty mask in the wash basin or the washing machine, and then wash your hands. Use a fabric that you can, this is number 4, you can use a fabric that you can breathe through easily, like cotton. You can make these out of t-shirts or tea towels or bandanas. I've put some references below that you can look at. People that already have lung or breathing issues need to be able to breathe through it adequately, even when it's fitted well around the nose and mouth. And again, number 5, which bears repeating, most importantly, please do not let wearing a mask give you a false sense of security, such that you let your guard down with these other measures that we keep talking about. They are doing the lion's share of protecting you. So have a look at the resources below if you want to know more about this. A very good video by a surgeon explaining the rationale for this. Also the video from the Czech Republic, and some other resources to help you explore this further. So, my mask protects you, your mask protects me. Please continue the physical distancing, hand washing, avoiding face touching, covering your mouth with the crook of your elbow when you cough or sneeze, mask or not. And remember, what goes around comes around. I encourage everyone to wear a mask when out and about. I'll be doing my part, wearing a mask when I'm outdoors and coming in contact with other people. Take care, everyone. Stay well. Stay safe. I'll see you next time.